So the last speaker of this session is Fang-Yi, and he will speak about optimal scoring rule design.
Hi everyone, thank you for coming. So let's back to the classical world. I'm talking about how to design optimal scoring rule. This is a joint work with Yiling. So I believe you already know what is a proper scoring rule, but let me lay down the setting that I'm thinking about. Suppose we want to collect review from a conference review process, and there's an outcome that whether this paper get accepted or not, and we want to ask the reviewers their predictions on certain papers' acceptance probability. So in that case, proper scoring rule may be a good candidate because if a proper scoring rule is proper, then this ensures that when the reviewers are truthful, then they can maximize their scores under this scoring rule. And there's a lot of possible proper scoring rule, like log scoring rule, quadratic scoring rule, and any convex function you can find a corresponding proper scoring rule. And in this work, we want to understand what is the optimal scoring rules if the agents need to spend efforts to improve their predictions. So let me frame this in the principal agent games. So what I said is we have a principal that is a conference designers or designers that announce the proper scoring rules. And the reviewers and the agents will decide what to report, and we see the outcomes and pay the agents according to the outcomes and their predictions. But it's not enough to get a truthful report because, for example, if you ask me what is certain papers' acceptance probabilities, then I will tell you it's 30% because that's the acceptance rate for EC. But this is not useful things. We want agents to actually read the papers and give us some feedback and have improved predictions. So in that case, the agents not only decide what to report, they also decide whether to get a costly information, for example, reading the papers or not. So in this case, our goal would be we want to maximize the payment difference between getting the posterior signal versus reporting a prior belief. So in this case, we have two terms. The first term is their expected score when they get the improved signal. And the second term would be they just report their priors. And if the principal knows the information structure, that is the joint distribution between the ground states and the possible signals, then we can form these problems as a maximization problem. That is, we're trying to find a bounded scoring rule such that the expected gains for the agents is as big as possible. But we think about it, and this may not be realistic because a lot of times the principal do not have a full knowledge about what is the agent's possible signal they can get. So in this work, we're trying to model this as relaxations. We consider the principal only know a set of possible signals that the agent can have. So instead of P, we have a collection of P. And the problem will become a max-min problem. That is, we're trying to find a bounded scoring rule such that for the worst possible information structure, the agents are still incentivized to work hard and and give us the posterior predictions. So this script P kind of models the principal's partial information. So think about that. If you're trying to design these scoring rules in a classroom or in a conference review settings, you are going to have a lot of different reviewers. So they are going to have different kinds of information structure, and we want to make sure that our scoring rules can incentivize all of the agents to work hard on that. Another more interesting setting would be a sequential learning settings. Because, for example, if you want to ask agents what is the bias of certain coins, the agents can sequentially derive costly samples from these coins. And in this case, every partial observations is going to give you different possible information structures. In particular, it is going to be exponential in terms of how many possible coins you can get. For example, if you get a lot of plus, then you are going to have different information as getting a lot of minus. So I have less than 1 minute. Let me talk about the results. As we all know that the proper scoring rule have a nice connections to the logs to the convex functions. So you can convert the optimization problem to optimization problems for convex functions. And using that, we have 4 possible settings. The first setting is if the principal knows exactly what is the agent's information structures, then the best possible things would be a V-shaped functions. On the other hand, if we have a finite collection of possible information structures, then the optimal scoring rule will have these piecewise linear forms. And furthermore, if you consider a sequential learning problem, we can think as their posterior belief is going to have a vanishing variance. In that case, we show the optimal scoring rule is the quadratic scoring rule, and this is unique. And finally, if you consider standard beta Bernoulli distributions, that is, you initially think that the bias of the coins is uniformly random, and you can get independent sample from that, then in that case, the log scoring rule will be optimal. And it's a very interesting thing that the actual technique is you need to use some partial differential equations and using maximal principle to say that this is actually the best possible scoring rule. So I think I'm going to stop here. Thank you.
Right, Blair, thanks so much. And yeah, let's thank all the speakers of the session again.